Suzuki, you brought up Suzuki. And with all their clout and with all the resources available to them back home, bringing in something special for them. I mean, the Jimny took them so long. I mean, they wanted to get the 5-door, all of that. But it took so long. And then I look at the Swift. And the Swift is such a great example for this plate safe company. That design back then was a complete shocker, yeah. It was not palatable. It's still not palatable. But everybody grew to love it.
Yeah.
How could that happen? I think we are too quick to draw boxes and say this is where things are at and we can't move outside these boxes.
Conventional thinking.
Until and unless you provide people with an option, you don't give them an opportunity to exercise. See that if they really like something new.
Yeah, you know, it's like the idea being that we are a country of people who have not experienced the full spectrum of what's possible in their little niches that they play in. For example, I don't think the guys who ride ADVs know the full breadth of what ADVs can do. Neither do the sports bike guys know what the full breadth of sports bike experience is. Neither do the commuter guys know what the full breadth of the commuter experience, and so on and so forth. And on the other side are car manufacturers and bike manufacturers who are such conventional thinkers that they can't mentally explore the idea that somebody might want to explore the rest of the spectrum of what is popular right now. And then you have examples like this where a hatchback comes out from a very, very conservative company which has like a half a sporty streak. And then what happens next? India's largest selling car.
Kaboom.
Right? But that doesn't stick.
Yeah.
But that doesn't stick. It doesn't like, oh yeah, we could do something sporty, and if it's reasonably priced and reasonably sporty and
Yeah, then they went to Kitzashi, they went to the
reasonably reliable,
the
it'll
Vitara.
work. But no, we try the Kizashi instead.
With the Vitara.
We
with
do the Vitara V6.
V6, yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't compute.
Can you think if Suzuki were to make a convertible for India?
And they did. What was it called? Cappuccino.
I'm saying, imagine if they are willing to bring the Jimny at 15, it was at 18 lakhs or something like that.
Yeah.
At 15 lakh rupees.
Dude, Mini Pajero.
My God.
Mini Pajero.
Shokan. Oh my God.
Like the Premier Rio. You remember the Premier Rio?
Just thinking about it.
You remember the Premier Rio?
Yeah.
It didn't sell very well.
Yeah.
But I don't know of anybody who didn't drive it and had the idea saying, man, this is such a great idea. So badly executed perhaps.
Yeah.
But who drove the Premier Rio and didn't think that this was a good idea?
That was a full jugaad, but yeah, it was awesome.
As an idea, not as a car, as an idea. Oh, a small compact little SUV that does some SUVs. Today you're full of compact SUVs. That thing was 5 years before anything happened.
Yeah, it came before all of them.
Right?
Yeah.
So basically, we are a young country where I think the vehicles are being made by people who think like uncles. Is that what we're saying here?
I think, Shumi, the one thing that you said, forget about who's making the vehicles. We are the ones who are making the decisions.
Yeah.
And I think we've been too safe and we've been too willing to accept what is served. That has to change. And questioning why not, why can't we have something better, should be a part of our psyche as well. There's no reason for us to accept the status quo and accept what is happening as that this is the best that's possible. I don't think that's the case.
I think that mindset will come to become a mass mindset in a bit. But I think you guys are the first wave.
Correct.
And you guys have to start. You have to say, no, it's not acceptable for a car manufacturer's service representative to say, oh, the windows are not winding up. This is kind of common. Why should it be?
And this is something, MotorInc has more people than us. And one of the persons always, Akash, always talks about it. Saying that when you want to create something beautiful, you have to surround yourself with beauty as well.
Yeah, it's true.
So if you want to do better in life, you have to have better things around you as well. It doesn't mean that you have to go towards luxury and richness.
Yeah, it's not an expensive thing.
Yeah.
It's a effectiveness, it's an aesthetic, it's a quality, it's a sensitivity thing.
Tell me if you guys don't know this. You know the Big Pen? I love them. Simple. They were the cheapest pens you could buy. I think back then they were for 2 rupees or 2 rupees 50 paisa, something like that. I used to love them, not because they were cheap. They were cheap. That was great because I used to keep losing them. But they were beautiful. They would just work. They were such a simple plastic body design where that click was inbuilt. It had just that spring and that one thing. That
Correct.
was it.
Yeah.
I loved it. And I don't think of it as a cheap product that is doesn't fit my lifestyle today. I still respect that product. So it's not a question about it being expensive
No, not necessarily.
or being complicated.
No.
It's
Absolutely
just
not.
a good decision.
It's just a good decision.
That's it.
Let us know what you think, because I think this is a thing where lots of people will have lots of different opinions. For example, I would like to know who takes the first step. Do you change your worldview in terms of what quality you're willing to accept? Or do you wait for a manufacturer to say, no, I think India deserves world class and let's make that product and see who accepts it? Do you become the innovator and say, no, I have to do things my way because this country is just too unconventional and I'll do something outrageous? Or do you wait for somebody to do something outrageous and then become an appreciator and help them do more outrageous things? I don't know. I don't know where you're going for.
We gotta do stuff.
But I know this. One of the things that has worked really well for us at MotorInc is that we said, no, we want to hold our vehicles to higher standards because you guys are spending your hard-earned money on these, and we will not accept what I'd call a rafa-dafa standard is enough. We'd say, no, we raise the bar higher. And I think it works. The feedback we get from manufacturers, the feedback we get from you says raising the standard works. So why shouldn't all of us raise our standards? Why shouldn't the manufacturer raise their standards? Why shouldn't you guys raise your standards? And I'm still saying, raising the standards is not always about increasing the expense of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just about paying more attention to it.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this bit of the conversation, I would recommend heading over to the MotorInc channel because that's where you'll find the entire conversation, and I'm sure you'll enjoy that even more.